Good afternoon. How are you today? Wearing the sunglasses because the sun's bothering my right eye a little bit today. The weather is gorgeous, of course, but the single most upsetting story worldwide is the brutal criminal aggression of the adventurer from Moscow, Putin. We never thought that he was a person that embraced people or those values, although he occasionally talks about them. The ground war has slowed down his success, and so we've seen more aggressive things, inhumane things that can be done in war that he's been doing. Bombing an entire building that has children written on it is not enough of a deterrent because he suspects that there are other people besides children, I guess. Who knows? The ground war, though, has slowed him down, and so that's probably why he's doing those things. And we occasionally hear threats of possible nuclear weapons and threats of chemical weapons. I can't tell whether America is saying that to continue to demonize a man who needs no demonization because of what he's already doing. The ground war suggests that, and this is what experts say, not John Flannery, although I'm repeating it, and it is that the ground war's slowness is suggesting that the war will be won in the air. And they have these hyperbomb missiles that travel at Mach 5, which is 5 times the speed of sound. And I've heard some people say, so what's the big deal about that? The big deal about that is that the anti-missiles that you have are perhaps not gauged to such a speed to stop it, although American weaponry could. The second part of that, it strikes me, is this underscores what Zelensky was saying until days ago, that he needs to have both planes in the sky, and those hyper bombs are shot from the sky, by the way, and a no-fly zone. And without those things, they'll be blind to missiles and bombing and other terrorism acts that Putin is resorting to because he's having slower progress on the ground than he expected or others expected. Zelensky in recent days has been talking of some sort of agreement. That's made people in Ukraine very nervous that he means it. And there have been reassurances that he doesn't. But what man who cares about humanity and his homeland and these attacks isn't tempted to say, I have to stop this, I have to save these people? And that's exactly why an evil being like Putin does what he does. He feels the pain where Putin feels none. That is, for people, for humanity. Coming back to America, there are a couple of things that are on my mind. One is that it turns out that the vaccines, experts are saying, that we've been taking were robust enough to provide us a shield from the most dangerous things that could happen from the pandemic. And that's good to know. And now that there's an Omicron variant, because in part, I think politically, and for economic/business reasons, we encouraged everybody to take off their masks and wander around and things would be okay. And already we're beginning to see the signs that that's not the case. We just cannot embrace the discipline that's necessary to kill this pandemic. But there we have it. People ask what can they do? And in elections and so forth, we know what we can do. I saw a very interesting project, a mitzvah campaign. A mitzvah in Yiddish is a good deed, and it means more than that. And I don't mean to cut it short, but there's something wrong about an Irishman explaining a marvelous manner of expression and symbolism in the Jewish religion. And what I would suggest as a mitzvah campaign that's tied to what we're dealing with in Ukraine, and something that can be done closer to home because the refugees are going to be coming here or elsewhere, is that if you can make small donations or even larger ones to those groups that are facilitating finding places and food and shelter for the refugees, then I think you're doing something. This is a time when, sad to say, there are always some thieves out there who would steal your money claiming they were going to do something and not do it. The American Red Cross, of course, is always a safe bet, but there are a number of them. And based on geography or where people are going, you may find a group that you can give. You know, $1, $5, these things mount up quickly, and that's why political campaigns also ask for relatively slow amounts of money. So, do a mitzvah and give something to help those people whose lives have been shattered, who are separated from loved ones, and who are trying to find where their new life will be. So, all the best. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.